Hi, welcome to the GF channel. Today's episode we are again replacing this time with this one. As you can see, they have a difference. This one has additional resonator on top, which this one does not, and still have the VIX right here. This one, if you don't know, if you haven't followed the channel, I already replaced. There's another video for that one. You can click at the top. It's already been replaced, and now I'm replacing it again, unfortunately. Now I've already removed this one, so I can show you the differences. It's not only this one, but you also have a difference in the mounting holes. You can see them here. They are two parts here and nothing at the back, while this one has only one here, and at the back there are also mounting points. So mounting is different. That's on the top part. You can separate this on too, which I already did actually. I can show you. There's silicone sticking out because I already serviced this one. I actually didn't need to service it. The thing is, Mazda did call off the first cars that came out with the VIX system on the FS engines. This one was one of them. The screws there on the flap, they were falling off. There was an issue with those, and they were falling off, so I had to replace those. But once I opened this one to do the same, this one was good, so this one was already better. Where did I get this one? Well, it's simple. That's from MPV. So Mazda MPV has this one. 2-liter FS engine has this one. Now this one had butane injection system added to it. I'm not planning to use one. I wanted to stay petrol, so these are, I just used caps on them. It should be good to go. Now what I need to do first is move the fuel rail to here, because when I did this one I noticed my original fuel rail of the old intake manifold did not match the mounting holes here. They had little bit, they were a little bit off. I'm hoping this time this won't be the case, because I don't have the fuel rail that comes with this one, while previously I had it. So hopefully this will just fit here and everything else will just work. Okay, let's test the fuel rail. Actually, before that, the difference in the bottom part, of course, is that thing right here. Let me turn on the torch. You can see it right there, while on the original one you still have it, but it's closed off. Let me try to show it to you. It's my oil catch can right there. Here you have it right there. It's there, but it's blocked off, and I don't know if you can unblock it. But anyhow, because of the top part, you actually need to grab the whole manifold. There's no way you can mount at the back. Even if you drill those, you won't be able to mount at the back. And this is just a rubber here that holds the whole thing. Maybe turn off the camera, wait, the torch, so it's better lighting. It's just a rubber. This supposedly should give better torque curve, so I already did some tests in the morning. I'm going to change here now the intake manifold, and the next morning I'm also going to do the same tests again, so I can see if there's difference. I'm not expecting gains in horsepower, but in torque curve should be better. Okay, let's start. Houston, we have a problem. This thing does not fit. So I have here that part good, that one does not fit. I had exactly the same issue when I was replacing this one, that's the stock one, with this one. Exactly the same issue. And also there's the regulator here, which is in the way of this one. So that's not good, since there's a damper here. So now the plan is to actually try to use my original rail from the original intake manifold. Grab this one. It's held only on 2 bolts, and the regulator is held here, and there's no damper, so I'm going to lose the damper. well, it happens. But this one does not have mounting point here, and this mounting point here is on a different spot. So this fuel rail does not work here, but hopefully I can get only with 2 bolts from there. Since this is working fine with 2 bolts, you can see it's only two bolts, there's no third bolt right here. So if that is fine with 2, I'm sure if it fits here it's going to be fine. So only one thing left: remove it from there and fit it here. Okay, good news. The fuel rail from the 1.8 FP motor fits perfectly here on the MPV. Yeah, I don't utilize this third hole for mounting, but that's fine. If it was designed there for 2, it's going to work here for 2 as well. So that's good. And now I need to actually move the injectors to here and see it assembled before I actually remove it from there. Okay, everything is assembled, seems fine. Those 2 tightened, everything here is tightened, seems good. This is the stock one, so I'll have to rearrange again the hoses since this one is a new one. I don't remember where I fit the original one, but I can cut this one, no problem, if I have to. This is the other one, it's in place, it's good enough. So, time to actually remove there. And everything is assembled except the cover here, because one of my modifications, which I don't have a video for because it's a simple oil catch can, I've been moving it around. I still haven't painted this one, but the hoses for that one were going through there, and now this plastic thing is actually in the way, so I can't fit the plastic cover because it hits there, and it's already past time. I cannot go and buy new hoses, longer ones, so it will have to wait. Okay, what issues did I had while mounting? 2 issues appeared, which shouldn't be an issues if you are upgrading from the stock intake manifold, and both of them are related to hoses. This hose and this hose right here, those 2, as you can see, this one is visibly longer. The same goes for this one, it's just the longer part is somewhere down there, because this used to be there on the previous manifold, and this had to be longer, and this had to be longer as well. But on this manifold and on the stock manifold, since I'm using the same rail, these are shorter, so I had issues. These are just longer, not something that's not solvable, and as you can see, I didn't even cut them. So these are all the issues I had. It's really just remove and place. So let's see the VIX system in action, so we know for tomorrow is it going to work or not. You can see it right here. When I start the engine, this should go like that, and when I rev it up to 4,300, something like that, 4,300, it should go back like that. So let's go start the engine. Okay. Engine is running and it's warm, and you can see that's good. Let me switch hands and rev up the engine. Good. So VIX system is working. There's no air leakage here. Tomorrow in the morning I'll do the tests and compare the results. Time to analyze the results. Everything is here. Those three from yesterday are without the resonator. Those three from today are with the resonator. And you can see, I'm actually surprised to see there is increasing horsepower. These are in the 120s with one exception, while all of these are in 130s with again one exception, which is higher. But you can also see the torque is increased. These are mainly in the 17 something, these are with 18 something. So that was not surprising to me. The horsepower gain is surprising to me. Let's grab the best torque curve, because we are interested in the torque, and go and see the chart. On this chart you can see the line here for the torque is actually closer to this 90 line. It barely lifts off of this 90 line, with the best result right here where it actually lifts off the most. If we go to the best result for the resonator, with the resonator, you can actually see it's way better. The line is quite high above the 90. So this is the gain, the gain in torque. Now for the horsepower, I have plugged in here the numbers. So this is prior, it says where it says initial. These are prior the resonator. This is with the resonator, the 3 runs with the average, minimum, maximum. And I'm comparing those to real power to gain the real power. Now the real power, of course, is also garbage like the tests, but that's what we have. I don't have dyno, so I resort to other measures. You can see this is the initial, the stock engine, and here I calculate when I change the intake. These are my previous stuff. Here I start with 74 kilowatts, since that's my engine, and calculate how much I got with the intake, camshafts swapped. So then I go here, I have VIX enabled again. Now this time I don't go with I don't do it with 74 kilowatts. I actually grab the best result out of the cams swap and increase the horsepower there. This is the change in horsepower. So I do the same here for the resonator. There is 2 to 3% increase in the horsepower from this modification. So I grab the results, the comparable results from the VIX datasheet, and I increase the power from there with 2-3%. So these are the numbers. I really doubt I have 120 horsepower in the car. That's a 20 horsepower increase with all those modifications, which I really believe it's not that much, but probably 110, let's say, should be more, yeah, the minimum. This is more believable. But anyhow, those are the results. I was not expecting to gain horsepower. I hope you enjoyed the video. Hit subscribe. I will be posting more videos soon. Bye bye.